This is Tank's Vlog for October 22nd, 2018. Wrapping up today in sports. We're brought to you by Allow Me to Be Frank. As the bell tolls, we're brought to you by Allow Me to Be Frank, the weekly podcast you can hear on SoundCloud and iTunes. We should be recording a new episode Monday night. Stay tuned for further details. I'm sure it's going to be a good one. Meanwhile, you can listen to last week's episode with Jessica Kleinschmidt, or you can listen to any of our great episodes. You're guaranteed to enjoy them. Ooh. Die, Eagles, die. They're having a Super Bowl hangover. Die, Eagles, die. Gave up touchdowns 1, 2, 3. 3 and 4, 3 and 4. We love to see them lose. Die, Eagles, die. They're not gonna repeat. Yes, that's right. The Eagles are not having a good season this year. Last year they were 13 and 3. This year they're having a tough time in 3 and 4. And Sunday's loss might have been the most frustrating, as they were dominating the Panthers 17-0. But all of a sudden, Panthers scored 3 touchdowns, and the Eagles just had no answer. They got down to the red zone, but failed to get in to take the lead back as they fall to 3 and 4. And people in Philadelphia are funny. They're already booing Carson Wentz. They're calling for the offensive coordinator to be fired. You guys just won the Super Bowl. Chill out. You're not going to win every year. You're lucky you won one. I take one as a Dolphin fan suffering through endless mediocrity. How do you think Jet fans feel? It's been 50 years now. Oh, Eagles. You know, that's why you never deserve to win it. You never deserve to win it. Carson Wentz is a good quarterback. He's coming back from a knee injury. You're the Super Bowl champions. You got a gigantic target on your back. You're going to have a tough time this year. I said it. I knew it. They have a Super Bowl hangover. I mean, it's next week. Next week's the big game for them. They have to go to Jackson. They have to go to London and take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Oof. You want to talk about a team that is the biggest letdown in the NFL? Let's talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars. They won their first 2 games, dominated the Patriots, looking like the Super Bowl contenders that they are. Well, you have been bortled. When your quarterback sucks, you have no luck. When your quarterback stinks, you are gonna think, oh, Blake Bortles, Blake Bortles. And the Jacksonville Jaguars. Your Super Bowl hopes are gone. You have been bortled. You know, last year, Bortles actually looked like a adequate quarterback. They had Leonard Fournette playing, but Leonard Fournette is got a bad hammy, and those hammies, you never know how long it's going to take to recover. And next thing you know, they're spinning their wheels. They lost 3 straight, and Blake Bortles is just giving the ball away like it's Halloween candy. So the Jaguars are 3 and 4. They've lost 2 division games, and now they got to go play the Eagles in London in the battle of 2 teams with high expectations that are just adrift in a sea of woe. Blake Bortles. Good God, you awful. And when you have a bad quarterback that bad, your defense is sucking wind. And no matter how good the Jaguars defense is, if Blake Bortles can't play, they can't win. Dolphins. Brock Osweiler. He was decent. 239 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, no fumbles. Dolphins had no turnovers. But their damn defense, oh brother. Kerryon Johnson just ran all over them. They made Kerryon Johnson look like friggin' Barry Sanders. And of course, the Dolphins' defense is good enough that they are able to stop people in the red zone. But boy, they got in the red zone every time. The Lions only had 1 punt, didn't have any turnovers. There was no turnovers in this game. And just all game long, just killing us. And what you have is more NFL hell. Here we go again, 7-9. We'll pick an inconsequential player from an inconsequential school who will have no impact. And next year, we'll do it all over again. That is what NFL hell is truly like. You never get better. You're not good enough to make the playoffs. You're not good enough to suck. You're not bad enough to suck. You're just there, picking with number 15, a mediocre player. It's sheer mediocrity, and it's mind-numbing. It's worse than sucking to be mediocre every year. It's worse than sucking. That is what NFL hell is like. Over in London, it was the Chargers. Boy, the Titans. What the? You score this touchdown. Great drive. And you go for 2. Now, do you know Phillip Rivers' overtime history is not good? You had the momentum. You scored in the last 30 seconds, and you go for it. Now, it's a ballsy move. You make it, you're going to look really good. You miss it, you're going to look foolish. And Tennessee, you look foolish. Final score, Chargers 2019 in jolly old England. The Patriots just continue to win, 38-31. Mitch Trubisky at times looked like Michael Vick. At times looked like Blake Bortles. Meanwhile, the Bears' defense was just torn apart and tattered by Tom Brady. Special teams mistakes, blocked punt leading to a touchdown. But the Bears had their chance. Hail Mary pass at the end of the game, but 1 yard short. Final score, Patriots 38, Bears 31. Is it me or the only game the Bears ever beat the Patriots in is Super Bowl 20? It was the Colts 37-5 winners over the Bills. Boy, Buffalo. You know, if Buffalo's in the game, they're interested, they're fighting. If you get a lead on Buffalo, they quit. And Derek Anderson, not much better than Nathan Peterman, 3 interceptions. It was the Vikings all over the Jets, the Meadowlands, 37-17. In Tampa, the Cleveland Browns, playing in their 4th overtime game of the year, scored 14 points in the 4th quarter to tie the game. And then Chandler Cannizzaro, who missed several field goals, hits a 59-yard game winner. And it's another loss for the Cleveland Browns. You know, the Browns, just a little luck here and there. They could be 6-1. You believe that? Instead they're 2-4-1. I know it's a huge improvement, but oof. If they actually had a good coach and maybe another player, they might actually be kind of dangerous. And here's another stunning loss today. it was the Saints, 24-23 winners over the Ravens. Saints are now 5-1 as Drew Brees reached career touchdown pass number 500. The Ravens drove down the field after the Saints scored 17 points in the fourth quarter to take the lead. The Ravens answered, only to have Justin Tucker miss the extra point. And of course, the announcer says, well, Justin Tucker's never missed an extra point before. You know, that's the invitation. When the announcer says the kicker's never missed a kick before, if you were at a gambling parlor and you had an instant bet, I would bet every time that kicker's going to miss whenever an announcer says this kicker's never missed before. Rams stay undefeated, slaughtering the 49ers 39-10, wearing gaudy yellow throwback uniforms from 1951. It was another katang as the Cowboys missed the potential game-tying field goal at the end of regulation. And on Sunday night, it was the Patrick Mahomes show as the gunslinger, second-year player, but first-year starter, passed for 358 yards with 4 touchdowns, just destroying the Bengals 45-10. Late night on the icy NHL, it was the Flames burning the Rangers 4-1. It was the Lightning doubling up the Blackhawks 4-3, and the Sabres over the Ducks 4-2. In the NBA, the Atlanta Hawks earned their first win, keeping the Cavaliers winless with a 133-111 win in Ohio. It was the Sacramento Kings getting their first win of the year, 131-120 over the 0-3 Oklahoma City Thunder. Not too good a start for the OKC team. It was the Nuggets, 108-98 winners over the Warriors. Nikola Jokic continues to have his hot start. And the Clippers, 115-112 winners over the Rockets. Oh, the big negative, Carmelo Anthony. Today's 3 stars are Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs with 358 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Oh, he is the next big thing in the NFL, and the Chiefs, if they ever get some form of defense like they did tonight, they could be unstoppable, except for Andy Reid. Well, you know, we'll see what happens in playoff time. I mean, you want to talk shrinky dinks? The Chiefs invented the term shrinky dink. Our second star today is David Reach of the Flames, who had 44 saves and allowed just 1 goal in a win over the Rangers at Madison Square Garden. And Trey Young, the young rookie of the Hawks, had a big day. 35 points, 11 assists, 2 rebounds, as the Hawks beat the Cadavers. They're no longer the Cavaliers, they're now the Cleveland Cadavers on Sunday. Today's birthday shout-out goes to Ichiro Suzuki, who's somewhat retired, but plans to play in 1 more game, which will delay his Hall of Fame for a year, but I guess he doesn't really care about that. The plan for him, from what I understand, is since the Mariners opened the season in Japan, is to actually be activated for those last games, those season opening games in Japan, and to end his career in those games. Whether that happens or not, we'll see, but Ichiro Suzuki, who, if you combine his hits in the Major League Baseball and Japan, has more hits than Pete Rose. As it is, 3,000 hits in Major League Baseball in a 15-year career, no-brainer Hall of Famer. And we look back to 1953 when Dick Irvin became the first NHL coach with 600 wins. So check out the full story at Barstool Sports and Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history it lives. And don't forget to listen to Allow Me to Be Frank. Have a good day. Even though it's Monday and you know it's going to suck.